Vikings defense. If you're going to take away Aaron Rodgers, his ability to be able to move, I mean, he's such a special. The difference between the good and the great quarterbacks, there's a number of things. But one of the things is the ability to get off of the primary, who the coach tells you to throw to. The same way guys are successful in college, when we take that away from them, you start seeing the difference between why guys are bad, why guys are average, or why they can play in the NFL. Brady, Rodgers, you take away one, they can get to 2 and 3 and be just as accurate. But Aaron Rodgers, if you take away, he can still do it in the pocket. But if you take away the threat that he's going to run, which no defense likes a quarterback that's run, or you're going to take out his ability to be able to scramble to his right or left and still be able to break down the defense, those are tremendous assets. No quarterback, Tom Brady, he's going to sit in the pocket. But if Tom could do what Aaron would do, he would be doing it. We just haven't seen a quarterback in the history of the game as athletic and with a strong arm and has the accuracy. So, no, I don't want to be able to take that away. If you give the Vikings, you're going to tell him you can basically put in chalk in a space, a 2-by-3 area of where he's going to be. And they have elite rushers on the outside. They have elite defensive tackles. They can put pressure on you. They have great linebackers that they can blitz.
Great linebackers.
Because what's the thing you always say? Nobody's better when an offense goes off schedule, off script than Aaron Rodgers.
And well, that's now removed.
That's exactly.
It's a great point. This injury would not be as big of a deal for Tom Brady. Tom Brady not going nowhere.
Yes.
It is. And you also got to keep in mind, when the Bears had success in the first half, what they were doing is they were blitzing or stunning up the middle, forcing Rodgers to go out, and that's where the linebackers were coming and getting him. The Vikings don't have to blitz to do that. The Vikings can get pressure up the middle just with their 2 D tackles. Sheldon Richardson had the second most pressures of any player in football last week up the middle. That's why Danielle Hunter had the most pressures of any player in football off the edge. If you were to tell me what is the ideal situation for the Minnesota Vikings to be playing Green Bay, I'd say, well, they'd hope it's early in the year, not late. And I talked to Kyle Rudolph this week. He confirmed exactly that. He's excited that they are going there in September and not December as they have most of the last few years. They don't have Aaron Jones, who was a credible running threat last year.
Yes. He's
suspended. Devontae Adams, you mentioned, hasn't practiced this week. And Rodgers is compromised. Like, a fully healthy Packers team absolutely could lose to the Vikings. The Vikings are one of the 3 most complete teams in football. With the addition of Kirk Cousins, with their ability to retain all their key players from last year, them, the Eagles, and the Rams are the most complete teams in the league. This is a tough matchup for a healthy Packers team. If Rodgers, it's one of the reasons why, if Rodgers isn't 80% or better, I wouldn't play him. Now, there's conflicting reports about whether they're going to play him. At one point, it was listed as a Viking favored by 6 in Green Bay. That means they don't think he's going to play. That line's now been taken off the board, so there seems to be more even don't know if he's going to play or not. I'd be very nervous about playing Aaron Rodgers if he's compromised, which he is in this game.
I go up and down the roster of NFL quarterbacks, and you just mentioned that his injury and what he has, a lower leg injury, that Brady would play with it. I went up and down the roster of all the quarterbacks. Besides Aaron Rodgers, maybe Ben Roethlisberger, those are the only 2 quarterbacks that I would believe would be playing this week. Tom doesn't have the arm strength that Aaron does. He can't play. Ben has the arm strength. Phillip Rivers has the arm strength, and he throws off platform all the time with his unorthodox motion. Tom puts too much of his body into every throw for him to play with his lead leg being damaged. So I believe that Aaron, and that's why I believe the coaching staff is really looking at this, and it's on the board that Aaron might not play. Because with this injury, we saw him hopping around. He has the great arm, maybe the best arm we've ever seen. That's the only reason why he's playing. Ben Roethlisberger, I believe, is the only quarterback. None of the other ones. Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, none of the other quarterbacks would be playing with this same injury.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to make the call Sunday?
People don't like to hear this, but as long as he's cleared by the doctor, and he's going to be cleared, it's up to the athlete. We don't say it because the coach, you always be like, the coach has got the final say. A superstar player, it's really up to him, because that's when you see the unbelievable, the superhuman performances.
Yeah.
That's when you don't think you can go. That what he did going over to work out the facility, Man, the doctor can tell him that. Only an athlete can do what he did. Go in there and say, listen, forget what you guys are seeing. I'm going to go in there and help my team. And, wow, that's why we saw magic.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.